I've recently done a few videos detailing my new upgrade to the Shure MV7X from the Samsung Q2U microphone. What I wanted to really discuss just briefly is the value of it. Is it worth it? And the best way to garner whether something's worth it is the contemplation of returning it. This microphone costs £100, £150. And then the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 audio interface costs £100. So I initially bought the audio interface to upgrade this microphone from its USB port to the XLR socket. It improved it. It was that is far clearer, that's better. It still crackled sometimes. So I noticed that really, and aesthetically, you want a better microphone, but I'm not going to do it all for about £150 on aesthetics. Like I said in the other video, I did the research. So I've spent £150 upgrading it. Now, is it worth it? Because if it's not, I can return it, go back to this one, and just live happily ever after. But I refuse to return it because I absolutely love it. And that there proves that this microphone is worth £150. And definitely the XLR setup for another £100. It all is a beautiful setup. What I want to touch on briefly as well is the fact that I wear these headphones an awful lot. I have no sound coming through them when I'm doing my videos. They are noise cancelling. Sony XM4s, they are my absolute favourite headphones. They have got replacement, the pads, because I wore the other ones down. These are aftermarket ones. They're not Sony official ones. So it's not as noise cancelling. I'm just saying, these are great just to switch the world off and I can then focus on what I want to talk about. So at the moment, there's a fan going on in my room. It's only low, but it's loud enough normally to pick up audio. It's not picking up on this microphone. My laptop is going like the clappers. The fans are going mental because I have it on like a calling pad. It's quite loud. When I've got these on, I can't hear it that much. Very briefly, it's like a little. This microphone doesn't even pick it up. But then this one didn't either, so they're both great. Now I'm going to show in a minute the settings that I'm using on this microphone. But all I did was transfer them. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to change this microphone to this one, and all it's going to be is simply the cable. The settings are going to be exactly the same. I will have to hold it because I can't set up the whole thing again. But I just want to show the difference in the sound quality. Get the cable out. So now we've changed to the Samsung Q2U. Now, there could be an issue with gain. Problem is I haven't set it up so I can hear the audio clearly. So I don't want to sort of be like, it's all a problem. The gain is incredibly high for the other microphone. I'm trying to look at the audio levels a little bit here. So there's ways to talk about. If you talk off it, it shouldn't pick it up. And it's the same with that microphone too. This one, really, you should be talking straight in. But you've got to look out for the plosives, like the big P's and whatnot. But what I noticed is this is a good microphone and it can sound fine. But the clarity just isn't as sharp as this one. And it's like, for that alone, I want the clearest possible audio I can get. And for me, it was worth the upgrade. So, it's each to our own, really, what we choose. But I could save £150, send the other one back and continue with this one. But there's a reason I upgraded in the first place, That's annoying trying to get them set up, the pins. Of course, now I've adjusted the whole freaking mic boom. But yeah, for me personally, I prefer this microphone. I like it. It's worth the upgrade. Like I say, I think the whole audio setup you have, I think it has a bigger bearing than you realise. Not only on production, but our focus. Without these headphones, I will hear outside noises. I'm really temperamental with sounds. It bothers me. It really does. And I didn't realise it bothers me more than it bothers a lot of people. So it's quite funny because I'm not a follower. I'm more of a trendsetter. So even if I was doing public speaking, for instance, I have signs of public speaking and talking in front of people. If I felt that I would be better off wearing these because it will shut any noise out and I can just speak clearly about what I want to talk about, I'll do that. I don't care if it's taboo. I don't care if it's weird. I'm not saying I will do that. But what I'm saying is I'm someone that I practice. So if I found that I focus and I'm better with these on, then I'll wear them. Because if it shuts noise out and I can then focus and channel what I want to talk about, then that's what I'm going to do. And that's why I do that in these videos. Aesthetically, it'd look better without the headphones. There's no sound coming from them anyway. But then it's like, does my focus start drifting because there's issues here, there's issues there? I just want to focus on what I'm doing at the moment. So the headphones are just as important as the microphone, in my opinion, for me. Now, my headphones are £250, Sony XM4. This microphone's £150, and the audio interface is £100. So these headphones are the same cost of having the combination of the microphone and the audio interface, which is quite crazy when you think about it. But yeah, I just wanted to show people just quickly. Well, I say quickly, I've tried my best. What I'm using now. What I'm going to do just quickly, I've done it in other videos, and I think just because it makes sense here, I'm going to. I've got to add the source now. Wait a minute. I'm going to show the software I'm using just again, so people can just get that and see it for themselves. Here we go. So this is SteelSeries Sonar. It's a software, really. It's for gaming, but you don't have to use any of the gaming features. You go straight into Sonar, which is not gaming. As for the audio, go over to mic after you set mic as this. Because I'm using audio interface, that's why I didn't have to change it over. It's all going through the audio interface. It doesn't matter what microphone is attached to that interface. So I've got it on deep voice. There's just a few other options. They're not very good options. Deep voice is fine. You can sort of manually change it all and get the frequency you want, highs, mids, and the lows and whatnot. I've got AI noise cancelling on. So that's great for like background noises. Like I say, I've got the fan going crazy. I've got my computer laptop going absolutely like the clappers. And it's just removed every single tone. All it's got is me. And that's what you want when you're doing this, you know. Noise gate, again, it shuts the microphone off when you're not talking. So if I stop talking now, it actually switches the microphone off until I talk again. Compressor keeps the volume at a decent level, you know. So it's like consistent. You find that consistency. So if you don't start shouting and then the volume goes crazy, it keeps a consistent level for the viewers. And I like that too. And these are just very basic settings. I just set it all there. Both microphones were running at the same settings, really. The only thing that I would argue should have potentially been considered is the gain on the... So if I just quickly get it briefly, the audio interface. I can actually show you, actually. That's hard because I've got the camera to the right and I got my screen here. So I watch myself. That's what I'm doing. I don't have notes. I just kind of watch myself. So I'm literally talking to me, weirdly. This one here is your gain for this microphone. That one there is the gain for the other microphone. There's no instrument or microphone plugged in, so it's just this one. Over here is a microphone, headphone set. So I can plug manual headphones in and I can hear my voice. It's just a way of testing, really. But anyway, this one is the microphone input, and that's your gain. So that knob there will control how much amplified your voice is through the microphone. If you go too low, it won't pick it up. Go too high, it can get distorted and break. So what I'm saying about having the mic comparison is this one may need higher gains to get your voice to come through. The other one may be more sensitive. So if because I didn't hear it and I couldn't adjust it, that may have been far too high for that microphone. And then if it's really going crazy, breaking, the vocals breaking, it's maybe not the microphone's fault, but the higher gain. So what I'm going to do, I've got to try and remember where I'm up to. If I change it up, so this is all the way now, there's a chance it might break. The audio might start getting distorted because it might be too extreme. This here, the light, is telling me, see where it goes orange? If I go really loud, so it went red. When it goes red, they're saying that's really distorted. That's not a good sound quality at all. If it goes like orangey yellow, it's just warning you slightly. It's like a threshold. Green is comfortable. So if we turn that all the way down, it definitely won't go red. But you won't be able to hear me now. So now we've turned it all the way down. It's not even coming up with colour. So we need to keep going until we see a colour. Right. So before that, it wasn't getting any colour, which meant there was not enough gain. There was not enough power really getting to this microphone to even receive a signal, which is why there was no sound. So, I mean, that's really where I had it, really. I think round about there is where I had it initially. So that's the control you can have on through this. You can control that. So it's not necessarily... It's partly to do with audio, but really it's to do with the amplification of your voice, how much it picks up, so the quality as well. And like I did a video the other day, there's an air button on this device. This is a 3rd gen. There's a 4th gen that has another one that actually stabilizes your voice, which is a pretty cool feature, but that's double the price, and I'm not paying £200. This is £100, and it's got an air button, so you can actually make it a bit more boomy, your voice. It makes it a bit more colourful, I think. It's not something I've chosen to do, but again, I haven't done a lot of testing right now, and it's like, maybe I do, maybe I don't. Some people make the point that you're better off not doing it because you can sort of adjust in post-processing, but I don't really like doing post-processing because it's just so much hassle. I try and do as less editing as I can, keep it a bit more natural. But that's an option there through this device.